something about this entire situation has people seriously questioning what's really going on. Every time the internet thinks it's finally getting closer to understanding what happened to Ashlee Jenae, another strange twist suddenly appears and completely changes the conversation again. First, it was confusion surrounding the timeline. Then it became arguments over official reports. And now, the internet is locked onto a completely different mystery altogether. Because suddenly people online are pushing claims that Ashlee Jenae had some kind of secret double life that nobody knew about. But here's the thing that's making viewers suspicious. Why are these claims appearing right now? Why does the focus suddenly seem to be shifting away from unanswered questions and toward Ashlee's personal life instead? That's the part people can't stop talking about. Because instead of the public getting more clarity, the story somehow keeps becoming messier, more dramatic, and honestly, harder to trust. And now the internet is split into two completely different sides. One side believes these rumors could explain hidden parts of Ashlee's life that weren't public before, but the other side thinks something way darker is happening behind the scenes. That the internet is being pushed toward a completely different narrative on purpose. And once people started looking closer, things only got stranger. The latest twist started when a woman from Miami suddenly appeared online making explosive claims about Ashlee Jenae's past. According to her, Ashlee allegedly had another Instagram account tied to a completely different lifestyle that wasn't visible on her main page. She claimed Ashlee had been hiding an entire side of herself from the public and hinted that certain people already knew about it long before this story exploded online. That alone was enough to send social media into chaos almost immediately. People started digging through Ashlee's online presence looking for clues, screenshots, deleted accounts, archived posts, anything that could confirm whether this so-called secret profile ever existed. But here's where things got complicated fast. Nobody could actually produce real proof. No screenshots, no archived pages, no verified evidence showing this second account was ever real. And that's exactly why the internet started becoming skeptical. Instead of proving anything, the claims only created more confusion. Some people pointed out that Ashlee's public Instagram had very few posts and argued that maybe she kept another account private. Others brought up older tweets and social media activity, saying some of her content was bold or attention-grabbing. But even then, none of that confirmed the much bigger accusations people were suddenly throwing around online. Still, the rumors didn't slow down. If anything, they spread even faster. Soon, more claims started surfacing from people who allegedly knew Ashlee personally. One person claimed Ashlee previously worked as a bottle girl at a Miami nightclub. Another person claimed Joe McCann allegedly met her while she was dancing at a private event. Then came even more dramatic posts suggesting their entire relationship involved a massive power imbalance. And suddenly the internet wasn't talking about unanswered questions anymore. They were talking about Ashlee herself. That shift alone is what made a lot of viewers uncomfortable. Because people started asking a very important question. Why does the focus suddenly feel like it's moving away from what happened, and toward trying to redefine Ashlee's image instead? That's when online discussions took another turn entirely. People started noticing that every time questions about timelines, communication delays, or inconsistencies began gaining traction online, new rumors about Ashlee's personal life somehow appeared and redirected the conversation again. And whether intentional or not, the effect was obvious. Instead of focusing on unresolved details, social media became flooded with arguments over Ashlee's alleged lifestyle, past relationships, and social media activity. Some viewers openly called it a distraction campaign. Others said the internet was simply uncovering information naturally, but the timing? That's the part many people still can't ignore. And once people started revisiting the timeline itself, things became even harder to understand. One of the biggest points of discussion online remains the reported delay in communication with Ashlee's family. According to statements shared publicly, Ashlee's mother said Joe McCann contacted the family saying Ashlee was in the hospital, but details were extremely limited. Even more troubling to many people was the claim that the situation had reportedly happened many hours earlier before that phone call was finally made. That detail hit social media hard, because once people heard 11-hour delay, The speculation exploded instantly. Then things became even more emotional after Ashlee's family reportedly said communication stopped shortly afterward. According to them, the next devastating update didn't even come directly from Joe McCann. It reportedly came from the hotel informing them Ashlee had passed away. That part especially struck a nerve online. People weren't just discussing rumors anymore. They were emotionally invested now. And once emotions enter the picture, internet speculation tends to spiral very quickly. Then came the official account surrounding the villa itself. And that's where the public confusion intensified all over again. According to reports, Ashlee and Joe McCann were staying in separate villas after some kind of disagreement. Reports claimed the villas were several minutes apart, which immediately raised questions about how the sequence of events unfolded afterward. Then came the part that social media cannot stop dissecting. According to reports, a staff attendant visiting the villa allegedly gave Ashlee a phone charger after she requested one. Before leaving, she supposedly asked him to return in around 10 minutes. But when he came back later, reports say there was no response, the villa was dark, and eventually an emergency key was used to enter the room. That's where the official story becomes one of the most heavily debated parts of this entire situation online. Because people keep asking the same question over and over again. Does the timeline fully make sense the way it's being presented? Now, to be clear, internet theories are not facts, and that's important. But viewers online continue pointing toward what they see as unanswered gaps. Some question the timing. Others question whether enough information has been publicly released. And many continue demanding more transparency because they feel the public story still leaves too many unresolved details behind. But then another layer entered the conversation entirely: money. Because while all this was unfolding online, people also began discussing Joe McCann's financial situation and crypto business activity. Reports surrounding investment losses, fund performance, and financial pressure started circulating heavily across social media. Then internet users began connecting unrelated dots, building theories that maybe image management and public perception mattered more than people initially realized. Yet again, there's no confirmed evidence supporting those theories. But the internet doesn't always wait for confirmation. And that's exactly why this story keeps growing bigger every single week. Meanwhile, Ashlee's supporters are becoming increasingly frustrated with the direction of the conversation. Friends and supporters continue pushing back against the rumors, saying Ashlee was excited about her future, building her own projects, planning her life, and preparing for what was supposed to be a happy new chapter. To them, the internet's obsession with alleged hidden lifestyles completely misses the point. Because regardless of rumors, speculation, or online gossip, they believe the focus should remain on understanding what truly happened, not tearing apart Ashlee's reputation in the process. And honestly, that's why this entire situation has become so emotionally charged online. It's no longer just about rumors, it's about trust. Trust in timelines. Trust in narratives. Trust in what people are being told versus what they think they're seeing themselves. Right now, nobody fully agrees on what's real, what's exaggerated, or what's simply internet chaos spiraling out of control. Some people think social media is uncovering hidden truths. Others believe the internet is becoming distracted by narratives that pull attention away from the bigger, unanswered questions. But one thing is absolutely clear. The more new claims appear, the less convinced people seem to become. And until more concrete answers finally emerge, this story probably isn't leaving the internet anytime soon.